Hello, everyone. Welcome to Locking It In with Deb and Pear. I'm Deb. I'm a realtor.
I'm Per. I'm a loan officer.
We're a husband and wife team bringing you information about real estate every week. We want to talk about credit, specifically credit scoring and credit reports. People will have this concern. I'm sure you've heard this all the time. You hear people worried about their credit report, their credit score going down because of inquiries.
I heard about it today.
You've had someone ask you about that just today?
Yeah, he told me about it today.
Told you about it. He informed the loan officer how his credit score works. Don't you love that? Perrin, tell me, what happens when you apply for credit? What is this inquiry?
Okay, there's two kinds of credit that can be pulled, soft and hard. Most lenders normally pull hard credit. That's what I normally pull is hard credit, but I can pull soft credit too. Hard credit puts a credit pull on your credit report and it shows as an inquiry. Soft credit, you just pull the credit and no inquiry is showed. The lender just sees the credit report. If you pull like 5 or 6 or 7 hard pulls and on the same, for the same reason, getting a mortgage, for example, then your credit score may go down a little or even a lot. But if you just do a few times, your credit score is not going to go down because they understand, the credit bureaus understand that normally you have to shop around to find the right loan officer. And so you can pull credit several times.
If you do multiple inquiries with different lenders within the same 14 to 45 days, they count as a single inquiry. If you go to 3 mortgage lenders
for the same purpose.
For the same purpose, exactly.
For the same purpose.
Yes. And sometimes when you're in process, you have a loan in process, that credit report expires while the loan is in progress. And of course, the lender will pull another credit report at the end, correct?
Always at the end, right before you sign your loan. Or at the time that you sign your loan, or immediately after you signed your loan.
Not right before, because then you could possibly give them a better deal, right?
Well, they just like to do it to check on you to make sure you didn't declare bankruptcy at the last minute or something crazy,
or
like
buy
that.
A car.
Well, or buy a car or ruin your debt ratio.
Yeah. When you have a home purchase in progress, don't do any major financial purchases. Don't get a new credit card. Don't buy a car. That will show up and potentially hurt your credit score or your debt ratio, etc.
Yeah, we're worried about both.
When would you do a soft pull?
When the borrower doesn't want a hard pull. If he's already shopped around with other lenders and he tells you he doesn't want a hard pull. That's what happened to me today.
Can you do a pre-approval like that?
I could. The only thing is the credit scores aren't as reliable on a soft pull as they are on a hard pull. But if you've got like the 800 credit score and you got the debt ratio from heaven.
How much would you say it varies between the credit score that the consumer sees on their credit card statement versus the one that you see?
It varies a lot sometimes. The thing is though, if the consumer's credit score goes up, mine goes up. If it goes down, mine goes down. So
they track each other.
They track each other, but they will probably not be the same.
Extremely different 50 points?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I've got 580 credit score from the consumer and I've got a 620 with my report, or vice versa.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I didn't know there was more than one credit scoring tool out there.
Yes, there are. There's a number of them actually.
But if you want to qualify for a mortgage, that same credit score is going to be a little bit higher than it would need to be to buy a car.
Well, to get the best loan, yes. some lenders, like some of my lenders, will offer loans with really low credit scores, but you have to have a larger down payment. The interest rate is higher. Different factors are involved. I can go down to a 500 credit score.
500.
The lowest I've gone recently is like 540
Wow.
on a refinance.
A refinance. Can you do that on a purchase?
I can do it on a purchase, but anything below 580 for an FHA or a VA loan, you have to put more down.
Okay.
And that gets that's a barrier.
And the interest rate's probably significantly higher,
It's about 1% higher.
which is significant in
Yes.
terms of your payments
It is.
and in terms of the grand total interest you're going to pay. Can you buy those rates down?
No. You used to be able to do that, but lenders are limited in what they can do in terms of charging points. You're probably going to be stuck with what your credit score says.
Is that apply to all mortgages?
Yes.
Okay. So there's no more buying down the interest rate.
You can buy it down a little bit, but not much.
Okay. Well, you heard what Perrin said. You can get a house even if your credit score is what, 500?
Yeah. The lowest I've gone recently is 540.
540. Yeah, that's pretty good. And what credit score do you need to get the best rate?
You need probably 620 or 640,
620
or
640?
even a 700, depending on the lender.
Okay, but you can find a lender that'll do it for 640.
Yes, you can.
Okay, good to know. And you definitely can.
Yes.
This is what you do. It pays to be a broker. It does. You have access to a lot more loan programs that way. Perrin, is there any other advice or something that you think our audience should know about this topic?
If you're following your credit score with a private credit bureau company, and it's a 580 or a 560, you never know what your mortgage credit score is going to be until you talk to a lender and have them pull at least a soft credit or a hard credit on you. Then you know. Because I've had people in that situation that had 640 credit scores and they thought they had a 580. They could have done what they wanted to do, but they were tracking it that way.
And their credit score for the mortgage purposes was actually higher.
Yes.
Thank you, Perrin. We will see you again next week. This has been Locking It In with Deb and Per. And today is November 15th. 2021. See you all next week.
Thank you. See you later.